First and foremost, all praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach one who taught us this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akyab, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives to the four corners of earth. We're the brothers from Great Millstone, Toronto. Here again, week in, week out, prophesying the downfall of this wicked place, this wicked kingdom. America the Great, Babylon the Great.
It says, keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death.
Yes, keep thee far from the man that hath the power to kill. Right, that's twofold. That goes into Esau's centurions, right? His military, his police, but it also goes into putting yourself in danger. Right, go ahead.
It says, and if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently.
Right, so we see these brothers putting up, making flyers. Right, we say brothers lightly, they're in the truth, but they got demons on them. Right, putting up flyers, meets in Chicago to protest something that doesn't concern us. Right, and you know, police are going to be down there, centurions going to be down there. All it takes is an event. Right, and now then they be held accountable for folly, for bloodshed.
Yeah.
Right.
It says, remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
Right, the battlements of the city. We're in the shadow. We're in the valley of the shadow of death. Right, any day something could. Right, we leave our house. We leave our house. We got to go straight prayer when we get behind the wheel, because there's demons out here. Right, the valley of the shadow of death. Right, there's spirits on people out here. Right, road ragers. Right, you could get put to death right there and then. You got that?
Guy in Hardin, they got in a road rage application. Guy pulled out a gun and shot him dead.
Right, you see what I'm saying? Right, the valley of the shadow of death. Genesis 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Right, Esau has a perpetual hatred for Jacob, his twin brother. Right, right to today. Who are the Edomites today? Right, the so-called white man. Right, and he's in rulership, the wicked, according to Scripture. Right. Okay. One more now. Okay. I'm done. I just wanted to continue. Okay, fine. Verse 42. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise, flee thou to Laban, my brother, to Haran. Right, and to this day, we're under oppression to Esau. His blessing was the sword. Our blessing is spirit. Right? All the laws, bylaws, subsection this, clause that, Esau's court system, right? Arraign you in court before a judge, a crown attorney, put you in a prisoner box, paddy wagon. We're under oppression.
Yeah, this is Titus chapter 3. It says, verse 1, put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers, to obey magistrates, to be ready to every good work, to speak evil of no man, no brawlers.
Right, to be no brawlers. Right, this is the mindset we're supposed to be in. We're not supposed to be talking about pull up. That's madness. Right, Jake. All it takes is a Jake. Okay, you know that some of the followers with these mass camps, these camps of 30 plus, 40,000 plus followers. You know, there's some Jake in those comment boards. One foot in the world. Right, all it takes is an emotional Jake to come down to this pull up, right? And now he might have a heater in his waist, and now he's gonna do something stupid. And guess what? Those that are accountable. What's that scripture? Blame, right? So you got that on the.
So I looked up the word brawler in the Greek, and the word is amakos. Not to be withstood, not contentious, abstaining from fighting.
Yeah.
abstaining from fighting. So this is the mindset of a true man of the Lord. Yeah, true man of the Lord. That's what he said.
Speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, but gentle, showing all meekness unto all men.
Right. All meekness unto all men. Right? That doesn't mean we're pushovers or we're pussies. Right? But we're not going to go out there looking for it. Our job is to prophesy.
We're sheep.
Right. Sheep in the midst of wolves. Right?
Precept. This is 2 Corinthians 6:3. Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed.
Right. Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. Right? We're not going to go be in a pull-up mind state. Right? And then the feds then come, throw handcuffs on man. Now you're going to court. Right? The ministry's being blamed. Now the smear campaign's going to start. Oh, look at these guys. These guys belong to that so-called BLACK Hebrew Israelites. Right? And then it's going to be all over CP24, demonized. Right? The scriptures say, that make a man an offender for the word. Esau's already trying to set up traps.
That's right.
Right?
I got it. Yes, sir? This is Ecclesiastes 28, and I'll start at verse 8. So it says, abstain from strife, and thou shalt diminish thy sins.
Right.
For a furious man will kindle strife.
Right. A furious man will kindle strife. Right. This guy with his red light. We're calling all camps. Right. A furious man kindling strife.
That's right.
It says, verse 9, a sinful man disquieteth friends, and maketh debate among them that be at peace.
Right. Make a debate among them that be at peace. I look for instance what took place last week with the watchmen. Right. These guys are protesting and they're hurt. They're pissed off already. They're not even paying attention to you, and you're shouting, right? Yeah, we got to condemn and we got to cut, but that's not the time. You got to wisdom.
That's right. You got a quick precept with that?
It says, verse 10, as the matter of the fire is, so it burneth, and as a man's strength is, so is his wrath, and according to his riches his anger riseth, and the stronger they are which contend, the more they will be inflamed.
Right, the stronger they are that they are will contend, the more they'll be inflamed. Right, Esau is the head of the world. He runs shit right now.
That's right.
He's got money. He's got riches. He can roll down this street right now with tanks right now, mobilized, right, and put us down on put us to death, or make us lay face down and handcuff us, man. This is their strength.
Verse 11 is the point. And hasty contention kindleth a fire, and in hasty fighting sheddeth blood.
Right, you got to use wisdom, man. You can't be hasty in the spirit. Scripture say, he that control his spirit. Roughly paraphrasing. It's in Proverbs. Control your spirit. Right, yeah, exactly. It's in Proverbs 25 or 28. But you got to control your spirit. You got to work. You got to walk in the spirit. Right? Someone hold that. Galatians, it's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
When you go into that, you have to be wise in speaking out. Ephesians 4:29, and it reads, let no corrupt communications proceed out of your mouth. So if you are out there with this protesting, right, you have to be wise is what you say. You just mentioned it. These people are hurt. Yeah, the law family can get blown up by Esau. Right? It says, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may be ministered grace unto thee. Right? You have to use wisdom. You can't go out there and start cursing people for no reason, because there's consequences. Right?
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the ruler. Here's the verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth.
None hindereth. Right, he's in rule, man. Right, scriptures say until he is taken out of the way. So we have to wait on the Lord. Right? I found that scripture. Proverbs 25.
Okay, so this is Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. It says here, he that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
Right. He that hath rule over his own spirit. He that hath not rule over his spirit. So once again, you got to walk in wisdom. You can't be out here carnal, right? We put off the old man, right? The old man. We all come from different walks of life, man. You can't be carrying that old man into this truth, right? You got to walk in this spirit.
Galatians 5 and 14, it says, for all the law is fulfilled in the word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed of one another.
Right. Scriptures say, walk, if at all possible, walk peaceably with all men.
It says, verse 16, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Walk in the spirit, right? We can't be carnal. We can't be out there talking about, we're going to tuck heaters and bring pops of C plus pop, right? Cans of Coke, make sure they're full. That's madness.
Verse 17, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh.
Right, it's a battle, right? The flesh is fighting against the spirit.
It says, and these are contrary to the one to the other.
Right, contrary means against. Right, so that Paul said, it's not in me. It's not me. It's sin that in me that's doing this. Rough and paraphrase.
It says, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these.
Right, these are the works of the flesh.
Adultery,
Right.
fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry,
idol worship, Buddhas, Shiva Jatis, right? Right, people too.
You have a thing called celebrity worship singer.
Right, and they're all over social media. Right, yeah, that's right, Elder.
It says witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions,
seditions, and heresies. Right, that's a perfect example of what's taking place. What maybe took place today. I don't even know what the update is, but it's supposed to be today. That's wrath, strife, and hatred.
Verse 21, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in the past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom.
They that do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Right, the Lord's telling you plain and straight. Right, these are walk this way, and keep a spiritual mind. Walk this way and be carnal, and this is what happens.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 1. The subtitle says, be subject to government. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High.
The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. Right, so we see Babylon out here, the feds, the police, the Lord ordained them. Right, go ahead.
It says verse 2, whosoever therefore resisteth the power resisteth the ordinance of the Most High.
Right, so what does that mean? Don't be let's do a march and protest Trudeau and his, no, we got to live simple lives. That's what the Zealots were doing in ancient Rome, man. Right, they were protesting against the Caesars.
They that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
They that resist shall receive to themselves damnation, ultimate destruction. Resisting the powers that be. Go ahead.
Not following the laws of the land. They're under the Constitution, under the law. Even though it says the Bible is the supremacy of the land, they still don't uphold the laws of the Bible. So you have to actually follow their rules. Verse 3.
That's why Galatians 5, they mentioned heresy, sedition, which all those things those guys are doing. They're practicing sedition. But we're not in the time of sedition.
Verse 3, for rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil wilt thou then not be afraid.
Rulers are not a terror to good works. Right, so if you're out here walking in the Spirit, statute commandments to the best of your ability, not being carnal, you're not going to be afraid to terrorize you. They know who they're going for, right?
Okay. Do that which is good. which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of the Most High.
Right. The minister of the Most. Listen, Scripture say that he is the sword of the Most High. Right.
Right? Okay? And it says, to thee for good, but if thou do that which is evil, be afraid.
Right. Be afraid. Right. So if you're out here doing wrong, you got to be afraid of the feds. Right.
Okay? For he beareth not the sword in vain, for he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil.
Right. So the Lord will use him to bring judgment. Someone hold that scripture in Psalms 18 or 17, I believe.
Just a quick point to back up your point, brother, because when you look at the sirens, the police lights, it's blue and red. You know, that means they play both sides. So at certain times, if you're in a righteous state, they can be on your side. And we've seen that multiple times when they came up against us when we were preaching the word. Now, cops came and actually hated us. We don't know those cops, but it was in the spirit. So you have to understand how your enemy works. Your enemy plays both sides. Remember, they're a deceiver and an adversary. So they're very deceptive on how they do things. So now what you got to do? You got to go back to the scriptures and use wisdom. Right?
Even right now, they're trying to create the ministry because basically, like, you want order out of chaos. Because you have those guys, those Israelite camps in Chicago, to America, ISUPK, and like the Wi-Fi Israelites, right? And they're stupid, but it seems like I feel like they're set up. I feel like those guys are bought and paid for to cause a lot of sedition, chaos, right? Because Amalek is saying, Amalek's always dealing with anti-Semitic power, anti-Semitic. Basically, like they're the most hypocrites because basically, they run everything. Because there's a scripture that Amalek, because you Amalekites are our arch enemy.
Verse 5, it says, wherefore he must needs be subject not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. For this cause pay ye tribute also.
Pay your taxes. Right? It is what it is. Always I said, render unto Caesar. What is Caesar's?
It says, and also you got to do certain protests, you got to have a permit. And you got to also remember when you're coming out here, it's a public street. So you don't own the block. So a lot of you Israelites, you go out there, you think you own the block. This is not your block. This is here, for they are God's ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. Render, therefore, to all their dues.
Right.
Tribute to whom tribute is due. Custom to whom custom.
Right. What do these lawyers say? Sovereign. I don't need a driver's license. That's a perfect example. I'm not using wisdom.
You gotta state your purpose, like traveling, right? When you have your car, they ask you if you have any tobacco or anything like that, or liquor, right? You gotta deal with them accordingly, man. They might ask you a stupid question. You gotta take it on the chin, man. Oh, is this your car? They might ask you something like that. You know? You know it's your car, but they're just trying to be, facetious. Well, it is what it is. Now you gotta take the low route.
And you have Zealous Jake too. Zealous Jake would be like, you're a heathen. You're under me. But now's not the time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you got the forest customs,
Yeah.
They have the guns on them.
Yeah, man.
Not the time for that.
No, it's not, man.
It says, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor.
Psalm 17, verse 7. Show thy, it says Psalm 17, verse 7. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand. Them which put their trust in thee, and those that rise up against them.
It's a Psalm of King David, right?
Keep me as the apple of the eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wings.
The angels, right? We need spiritual intervention. We can't do nothing for ourselves. We can't bear arms. We can't tuck sticks. We can't do none of that. Right? We need divine intervention. We need the angels to cover us. Go ahead.
From the wicked that oppress me, from the deadly enemies who compass me round about.
Compass me round about. We're surrounded. And once again, we're in the valley of the shadow of death. Right? Go ahead.
They that enclose in their own fat, which their mouth they speak proudly. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. They have not, they now compass us in our steps. They have set their eyes falling down to the earth, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places.
Right, this Edomite, this wicked ruler, man. A young lion lurking in secret places, man. He's always looking to take out Jake. Look at all these newscasts that we see, man. It's always police taking out Jake, or an Edomite taking out Jake, or Jake taking out Jake. Right? But they hate you. Right? This wicked ruler hates you. We are the oppressed. Right? Go ahead.
Arise, O Lord. He said, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Right? Deliver thy soul. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Who is the wicked according to the scripture? Esau, Edom. Right? The Lord uses him on the left-hand side to hash out judgment, to kill off 2/3. Right? Go ahead.
From men which are thy hand, O Lord.
Right.
From men of the world which have their portion in this life.
The portion of this life. Psalms 49:11 says they name lands after themselves. Right? Right?
Which have their portion in this life, whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure.
Right? Whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. Listen, we're in the hands of the oppressor, man. Right? That's 2-4. We're in the hands of the oppressor, but they also have the riches. Right? You look at the Ark of Titus. That's a symbol of them sacking Jerusalem and taking the menorah and the holy vessels. Right? Go ahead.
They are full of children and leave their rest of their substance to their babes.
Right? Generational wealth. You Edomites. Right? You hand it down. We don't have nothing. Right? We don't have nothing. Most of us here standing on this line, we're children of immigrants. Right? Our parents, most of us standing here on this line, our parents came here with a suitcase and a bag, man, and a dream. Right? Bright Lights, big city. Nothing in their pocket. Right?
As for me, I beheld thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness.
Right. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. Ultimately, King David is saying, listen, man, when I get those new bodies and Yahushua returns, I shall be satisfied.
Job 21, verse 6. It says here, even when I remember, I am afraid and trembling. Take it, hold on my flesh. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, ye are mighty in power.
Right. This is going into you Edomites, the so-called white man.
That's right. Right? Their seed is established in their sight with them.
The seed is established in their sight. Generational wealth. Right? Bank accounts. Daddy gives them tax loopholes. Here's how you avoid the tax man, son. Right? That kind of shit. Go ahead.
And their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear.
Also, they hand down a lot of businesses.
Right? That's right. Yeah, assets, property. That's right.
That's why if you just come, because my parents, they tried to get loans to own a home. They go to the bank, they had good credit, but they're like, oh no, you can't get that, Mr. Allen and Mr. Allen. You know why? Because you don't got no assets. That's what these Edomites have. They have assets, and that's why they can acquire loans, right, and do all these things. But you, Jakes, you come here with a suitcase and no money in your pocket. You don't own anything, so that means you can't own anything. Right.
I forgot the word asset. Asset. 1530 sufficient estate. From Old French, sufficiency, satisfaction, compensation. From use of adverb meaning enough, sufficiently, very much, great deal.
Right.
lesson for you, right? And this world, black and white.
This is Job 21, verse 9. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of the Most High upon them.
Their houses are safe from Listen, Esau's about to get a rude awakening. Not Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. Right? But they've been living good, high off the hod. Their houses are safe from fear. Right? Now look at the narrative that's being pushed right now. Amalek's in fear. Right? Amalek don't want to travel nowhere. Amalek wants to stay in his house. Right? This is just the beginning, man.
It says, verse 10, their bull gendereth and faileth not, their cow calveth and chasteth not her calf.
Yeah, their bull gendereth and faileth not. They're businesses, man. Right? They're businesses. They're mom and pop shops. Right? They own all of it. They own all of it, man.
Like this is the insurance.
Yeah.
See, even in slavery, like they had the slave insurance. Like a lot of those insurance and stuff are based on this. Our people based on that. Like, and they still have these big insurances still to this day throughout America, Canada, London.
One quick point, they own the Federal Reserve, they own the banks. Look what transpired earlier this year with the whole SVB, Silicon Valley Bank. Even though they made a mess and destroyed the economy, they were still bailed out. Even going back to the 2008 recession, they made a big mess. All these derivatives, and all this mess, all this credit card scams, and all these failures that they created, they still got bailed out by the government. So it shows you they own everything.
And basically, like, who runs all these banks, right? The small hats at the top of that. So it's so so the Amalekites are in fear, supposedly, who is controlling.
Verse 11, it says, they send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance.
They send forth their little ones like a flock and their children dance. Right? Private schools. Right? Gated communities. Right?
I saw a video on the small hat dancing.
He's not in fear, he's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Rabbi.
Yeah.
Or whatever you do.
Yeah.
Verse 12, they take the timbrel and harp and rejoice at the sound of the organ.
Right, dancing. Hey, they got it good, they're dancing. Street festivals. Right? What's that one that we always hear about in Pink City, and the one that they did in the 60s that we see on the news, the peace movement, Woodstock, that's it, right? Go ahead. Yeah.
Since they spend their days in wealth and in a moment go down to the grave.
Fatness of the earth, the riches, their wealth, right? You go, listen, we are, all of us got to work for Esau Edom. We're not working for Jake. And if we're working for Jake, it's a little side hustle, a small team, right?
It says, therefore they say unto from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy witness.
Right, they don't want nothing to do with the Most High power, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, right? They worship Satan, right? These wicked Edomites. Go ahead.
What is the Almighty that we should serve him?
Right, their pride. Who's the Most High? We believe in science. We believe in the Big Bang, right? We believe in evolution, right? They scoff at the Most High.
Yeah, because even like during the Halloween, right?
Mm-hmm.
The San Romain, wherever that shit is. Yeah, like the whole Halloween festivities. It's all these Edomites who's like reveling, right? It's all pagan. Man's system is so wicked. And it's like we have to live with this nasty kingdom.
We're worn out.
Most jails are full of Indians. We talk about Palestinians and open their jails. That's us.
And what profit should we have if we pray unto him?
Right, scoffing at the Most High, man.
Lo, their good is not in their hand, and the counsel of the wicked is far from me. How often is the candle of the wicked put out?
And their light, meaning their left-hand knowledge, right? It's about to be put out. Right?
And how oft cometh the destruction upon them? The Most High distributed sorrow in his anger. They are in trouble before the wind, that chaff that the storm carrieth away. The Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty.
His eyes shall see his destruction. These Edomites, right? They think they're gonna hide in the bunkers, right? Said to the rocks, fall on us. Someone hold that. Revelation 6. Right, go ahead.
Verse 21, for what pleasure hath he in his house after him, when the number of his months is cut off in the midst? Shall any teach the Most High knowledge?
Right, the number of his months shall be cut off. Right, scriptures say he has appointed his bounds that he shall not pass. Right, go ahead.
Seeing he judgeth those that are high, one dieth in his full strength, being holy at ease and quiet. His breasts are full of milk, and his bones are moistened with marrow. And another dieth in bitterness of his soul, and never eateth pleasure. They shall lie down alike in the dust, and the worm shall cover them.
Right, this is the ultimate judgment. This is the end game for you Edomites. Right, you're going into hardcore slavery after the destruction. Right, your nobles are going to be hiding in shelters. Right? And then shackles and chains are going to be put on your necks.
And it could happen soon. Right? You don't know what's brewing because there's been a lot of terrorist attacks on Canada. Or you only have to see. Basically, like, this is what's really happening. Revelation 6 verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and the island rolled out of
Destruction. Right? John the Revelator was seeing the destruction. The heavens rolling together like a scroll. He saw a mushroom cloud. And this is how he described it. Right?
and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men.
Right, the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains. Right, Esau's elites, his military, captains of industry, his Billy Snakes, his Bronsons, his Windsors, all of them gonna be hiding in bunkers, dumbs, deep underground military bunkers.
And every bondman, and every free man,
Right, and they're gonna have their servants with them too, man. Go ahead.
hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
Right, that's how you know the scriptures don't lie now. So what's this talking about? This is talking about bunkers, man. That's right. That's right.
Red-handed.
Red-handed,
But the
right? Yeah, and then judgment. Right?
Said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that's sitting on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb.
Right, that's how you know these ruling class elites, they understand the scriptures. They understand the prophecy. But they think they can offset it. They're a trick bag. They think they're gonna fight the house army angels. They think their space army is gonna fight, but they're also gonna be hiding. It says here, hide us from the face of the Lamb. The Lamb being Yahweh Shai.
From the great day of his wrath is come, and he shall be able, and who shall be able to stand?
Who shall be able to stand?
You want to know?
The book of Malachi 4 verse 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Right.
And all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Right, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. And what is going to cause that intense heat? Thermonuclear destruction. Right?
Now, it says, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord Yahweh, shall shy of hosts, and that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Leave them neither root nor branch. Right? It's all going to be destroyed, man. right? Their rulership stops there, right? Their offspring aren't going to rule in the kingdom. That's it for them. Go ahead.
Verse 2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his
It's
wings.
talking about Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai returning in the chariots, right? He's coming to beam up his elect,
That's right.
right? Go ahead.
And he shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. And you shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this.
Right, just like what the elder said, we're gonna catch them in the act, right? We're gonna pluck them up out of their bunkers. They're gonna be caught in the act doing their wickedness. It says they shall not repent. I believe that's what Revelation says. Wickedness, right? So they're gonna be caught in the act. They're gonna be plucked up, shackles on their neck, right? Concubines out of the finest ones, and it's a wrap. Go ahead.
God says, so the Lord Yahweh Bashar of hosts.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 1. It says, for the godly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy.
Right, and this is the mindset of Esau Edom, his pride. This is what he says in his mind. Go ahead.
Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. A carnal mindset, you know? For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. That's why even vocab alone, he can't get reincarnation, right? He's not a spiritual man, like that, you know? That's these Edomites, right? They gotta get it while they can. This side.
One quick thing to say, because I don't know if you remember David D. Rockefeller. He died about 5-7 years ago. He had about 7 heart transplants. So that shows you his life was very hard and tedious, and he was trying to avoid that. So you know how much healthy people he killed just to get that nice heart, just to live longer? That's how these elites get down with the whole adrenochrome, taking people's body. Even the movie Crank with Jason Statham showed you that. They take your heart out, they put it in their body.
Where is he now in the spirit world? Frightened, shitting himself in the spirit world. Frightened.
He's coming right back to captivity.
Right?
But this place is going to be destroyed.
Yes, right.
It says, for the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes,
Right.
and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air.
Right? Esau is science. Right? He tells you, oh, there's no after, there's no this, there's no that. Who's come back from the dead? Right? It's a Big Bang theory. Right? You only live once.
And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof.
That's why they're in the labs cooking up shit all the time. They're trying to extend their life. They're afraid of the elites are able to piece together, understand the scriptures, and understand that Yahweh is returning. They're frightened. They're frightened to death of the unknown. That's why David Rockefeller had 7 heart transplants.
So I typed it in. They said David Rockefeller, 6 heart transplants, 1999, hopes to live up to 200 years.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Wicked elite Edomite, man.
Our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again.
Right, Esau and his carnal belief.
Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use creatures like as in you.
Right, that's why they drink their adrenochrome, man. Speedily use the creatures.
Yeah.
This wicked diabolical madman. Right? Killing off children and drinking their blood to extend their life. Right? Go ahead.
Also look at factory farming. Look how they farm the animals. They use the animals in the wrong way. Because factory farming actually does a lot more harm than actual good. You jack up all these animals with steroids, and then also you pollute the land while doing it. There's a whole documentary, and there's a lot of lawsuits that are being filed because of
just factory farmers. They don't keep the man Sabbath, right? That's the scripture since our hated construction.
Verse 7. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no
Let us fill ourselves with costly wine. They live now. Live hard. What is it? What's this saying in the world? Live fast, die young, or something like that, right? Right? All right, go ahead.
Verse 8. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place.
Right? Their statues, their images. Right? They put up their images. They boast of themselves. Range on them. That's right. Right? Go ahead.
It says, for this is our portion, and our lot is this.
Right? They got that right. This is their portion. There's nothing after this. Right? Go ahead.
Let us oppress the poor, righteous man.
Right? And who's the poor? Israelites. Israel being a people for a place. Beginning with the elect. Go ahead.
Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
Right? That's why we're oppressed. That's why we can't get above. We can't pass go. We can never pass. Every time Jake thinks they're there, okay, yeah, just another 5 Gs and I'm good. They get their feet kicked out from underneath them. Right back to zero. That's how it is for Jake. It's a vicious cycle. Right? Possessors slay them. Right? That's right. It's a sad life. Go ahead.
It says, let our strength be the law of justice.
They're unrighteous decrees. Right?
It says, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn,
Right.
and he is clean, contrary to our doings.
Right. They know who Jacob is. Their elites know who Jacob is. That's why their laws are set up to keep Jacob oppressed, keep Jacob effed up, man. Right? Keep Jacob. Look at the state of Jake out here, man. Right? Outside of the truth. Look at truthers out here. Up. They're worshiping idols, celebrity worship, all over social media, shaking their ass, doing messed up shit. They're taking heavy drugs. They're nodding out. They pack the prison houses. Sexy red. You know what I'm saying? Right.
You can't listen to the damn radio. It's garbage, man.
Say something quick. I don't know whether that's familiar with Tyson or not, but he's like a streamer, YouTube streamer, like a young guy, whatever. But he's very influential with young Jake kids, man. And right, he's doing a 7-day stream of prison, man. Of him being locked up in prison.
Yeah. Okay. That's what it was.
Pushing that prison agenda on the youth, right? Like it's all cool because he was showing that he was trying to portray prison like it was a cool thing to be, you know? You had women twerking in there, right? You had all type of crazy shit. They're trying to make it seem like it's lit, man.
Right.
Prison's not no joke,
That's
man.
not no joke.
Right?
Is he like a YouTuber?
He's a YouTuber. But he's selling that image to young Jake, man. That the young impressionable minds, man. So they
You
can
have the
continue.
whole prison industrial.
Right.
That was
Billion.
the thing that they made after slavery.
Yeah.
It was called the convict leasing program. Right? So they would arrest Jake and the convict for something as small as extortion, send him home. They were in prison, right? And they worked. It's all consistently we sought to benefit off of in more ways than one. Not just financially. Right? He's blessing your money. And when a Jake gets wrapped up, he gets 5 years, 10 years. He's not just created a bigger monster. Right? If he comes out in 10 years, he's bugged up.
It says, because he is not of our turn and he is clean contrary to our doings, he upbraided us with our offending the law and obeyed to our envy the transgressing of our education. He professeth to have the knowledge of Yahweh, and he hath calleth himself the child of the Lord.
Right. Because it's the elect out here. It's the elect out here showing showing the world and declaring who Esau is, right? That's why he's scrambling, trying to cut channels, man. This past 2 weeks, channels are getting cut like crazy. That's him trying to control this war that's going on. He doesn't want to be exposed. Expose already.
He's saying that he's the Israelites, right? He's calling the Ishmaelites Amalek.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And he's the child of the Most High, so it's okay for him to do, to kill these people and all these things. His mind.
He calling himself Amalek, right? But those Philistines, they're not Amalek. They're Ishmael.
Right.
And like some of them are actually Edom.
And it says, he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like other men. His ways are of another fashion. We are
48ers.
See, that's why that small hat lady said the biggest threat to us is young black Americans. Young black Americans.
In the midst of a media pushed skirmish, as on every mainstream channel, every alternative media channel, right? They're saying that the problem is the black community, right?
We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstained from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be best, and maketh his boast that Yahweh is his father.
Right. That's why they hate Jacob. They're disgusted with Jacob. It's all about the birthright. There's nothing they can do about it. They hear Esau's hurt. They're hurt, man.
Yeah, but they know who they are. Like, they know that they converted to that so-called Judaism in 740 AD under the Khazar Empire. But they had the option either to choose Islam or the Christianity, but they chose our Torah, because there's a lot of Jews over there in Spain. Basically, you had the Constantinople, because you had like the Byzantine Empire, and then like they were under the Christian, the Torah, right? And then you had a lot of Jews, and you had Muslims in Spain, throughout the Iberian Peninsula, Northern Africa. So they were boxed in, so they chose to basically follow our laws. We're more neutral.
They chose Islam and you are more Christians and vice versa.
Good movie on that too is Kingdom of Heaven. Came out about 15 years ago with Morgan Freeman.
Right. Jake. Why they go back
And right now, they're fighting for the same land. Like you have the small hats come, and then you have the Palestinian who's fighting for our land. And none of them are just going to obtain it. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be a bloody war.
Okay, this is Revelation chapter 20, verse 1. It says, Satan bound. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand.
Right, the key of the bottomless pit and the great chain in his hand. The bottomless pit being Europe, right? The lack of resources. The description that talked about. He chooses the lily from the pit. Right, go ahead.
Verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil.
Right, the dragon being the Roman Empire. Right, this is going into their fall. This is going into the dark ages, man.
That old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Right, and for you simple Christians out there, the devil means deceiver. He was a man, and Satan means adversary.
And cast him into the bottomless pit.
That's the dark ages, right? Esau calls it the dark ages, right? But it was just Esau. It was just Esau not having any dominion, not able.
He was calling himself the wild man because they were driven up to the top of his mountains. arrows at them. So they're trying to get rid of them. Because they were eating that juniper roots and stuff. Job 30. I get Job 30.
Cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him.
Right, so this happened beginning around roughly 325 AD. Right, Constantine was still on the scene. Right, so this was the time where the Byzantine Empire took over. Right, Jake started to rule. Go ahead.
That he should deceive the nations no more.
Right, so Esau couldn't talk his shit no more. Right? This is a period of 1,000 years where Esau was a wild man. Right,
Till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
reason. Right, Rome, his deadly wound being healed was the beginning of the little season. Him coming back into power.
What?
Right? Him committing iconoclasm, the Renaissance period, Caesar Borgia, the facing of the images, covering the faces of the judges. Right?
Guys living in our land, and they're a place called Pink City. No, in our land. It's the most basically it's the top tourist attraction in the world.
That's them mocking the Most High.
Yeah.
Right?
And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of men that were beheaded for the witness of the Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither their image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads.
Right? So the elect are not going to worship the beast. Right? They're not going to bow to the image of Baal. Right? The beast being his system. Right? Slaki, the image being his system. Right? The beast being NATO and the EU. Right? His MARK being his device, his grain of rice.
Neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years.
Job 30 and 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I will not disdain, have set with the dogs of my flock.
Right? Job said, he will disdain to see an Edomite laying down with the dogs of his flock. Right? The wild man. Right? You see news coming out all the time about what Esau does with his dog. With his beast, his dog, his canine. Wickedness, right?
Yea, what? It says, yea, whereto might the strength of their hand profit me, and whose old age would perish. For want and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, former time desolate and waste.
Right. This is going into him being brought low, him not being able to deceive the nations anymore. Right? Dwelling in the caves. Right?
And a lot of incest. This nastiness.
Yeah.
We cut up olives and juniper roots.
Like that one was going in there's something in the chat. Where someone asked the lady, what watch she's wearing. I like your watch. And they were disgusted. They were Amalekites, and they were disgusted at the person asking about the watch. But if you look at their face, they looked alike, man. There were two Amalekites. Right?
We cut up olives and juniper roots. We cut up olives by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat.
Like the basement.
It said they were driven. They cried after them as after.
Babylon and the thief. Right? The Byzantine Empire was saying, yo, you guys are despicable. Jake had to teach him how to clean up. Right?
Like, that's why we had rods or swords upside their head.
The wild man.
So they couldn't even speak.
Right.
Because we had to eat them upside their head.
Right? And this is coming back for you, devils.
Yeah. Some real traumatic brain.
Right? Yeah, that's right.
This is to dwell in the cliffs of the valley, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Right? Because we're like, they're going to be in the rocks, man. Alright? But they have these real deep underground bases on the, that's all over America and Canada and certain parts of the earth. So they're to dwell in the caves of the valley, in the caves of the earth, the rocks, among the bushes they braid, under the nettle they were gathered together.
Right, they braid. They had no language structure. There's a online circulating video of these Edomite inbreds, and they're grunting and barking. They're grunting and barking like dogs, and they all look alike. They're in a house. It's online.
Yeah, I saw it like a couple years ago.
Yeah, right?
On the bushes they braid, under the nails they were gathered together. It says they were children of fools. They children of base men.
Children of fools, man. Right? This is who's in rulership. Right? Baseman, the basis of man. Right? Despicable. Listen. And his elites know who they are on the hierarchy of things. That's why they hate Jake so much. The basis of man. That's why this place is crumbling, man.
Their woman actually respects us more than their
What do we call them in the world? Snow bunnies?
the snow bunnies.
Right? They love
They
Jake.
really, yeah, man.
Quick precept to back that up. This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent of the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
Right? So the Lord put Esau. Esau didn't do it by himself. Right? The Lord set him. Right? But that's his pride. Right? He thinks he did it on his own. The Lord set him up. And the Lord, and it's also written how he's going to fall. Right? Like lightning. Right?
Yeah. Second Ezra 6 verse 9. Second Ezra 6 verse 10. Second Ezra 6 verse 8. And he said unto me from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Right? And that's symbolic of how he's going to fall. He's going to be snatched out of his rulership. Right?
And from Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is beginning of it that followeth.
The end of the world. Right? World means, the word there is eon, meaning age, meaning time. Right? So his time is up. Right? And the next rulership is Jacob, Yasharallah. He prince power. Right? The kingdom under Yahushua will be ruled in righteousness. Right?
It said the hand of man betwixt the heel and the hand of the hand. Other question is the last
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 6, verse 2. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai power, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are in our possession.
Right? And I'm going to use that word, aha. Right? You see them out here, they love to say that, man. Right? Even the ancient high places are in our possession. Right? So that's letting you know who's going to be in the land. Right? Go ahead.
Yep. It says, therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up
Right?
on every
Plundered.
side.
They plundered Jake. They plundered the land. Right? Go ahead.
Yep. That ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen,
Right.
and ye are taken up in the lips of the talkers, and are in infamy of the people.
Right? Infamy of the people. Jake, listen, man. We see these videos of Eve out there, man, doing some effed up shit, man. Right? That's the infamy of the people. Right? Look at how Ishmael has Eve, man. They're pissing on her. She's going to Dubai, girls' night out. Right? And Ishmael is doing what he wants with her. Right? Go ahead.
Yep. Come. Verse 4 says, therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai power. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai power, to the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, and to the valleys of the desolate waters, and to the cities of the forsaken, which became a prey and a derision to the residue of the heathen.
Right? A prey and a derision to the residue of the heathen. Right? So who are these creators over there, man? Right? What a mighty military, man. Right? And scriptures say Jake will have nothing. Right? Scriptures say he'll take away the mighty man and the staff of bread. Jake don't have no, listen, these guys are carpet bombing a place right now, man. They get billions of dollars a year from America the Great, Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
Yep. And says,
Like, and they're talking about that they're in danger.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And people are buying into it, man.
We have a top Secret Service,
Right?
Mossad,
Mossad.
right?
That's a serious.
They're in fear, man.
CIA.
Right. Even in the U.S., they run all the different intelligence agencies, right?
They call it ISIS.
Right?
It's the same shit.
Messiah could come here and snatch man's up. You wouldn't even know where he's gone. You just know he's snatched up.
Well, Mossad, those are the guys, 9/11 happened, you got a van, right, and there was a mural of the towers getting hit, but it was before it got hit, obviously. But it was
Like
on
they're
the morning of it.
celebrating.
They're stationed at a location, viewing it, and they got locked up, but then they got released. And then I think like a couple weeks later, they're in Israel on Israeli television. They said, yeah, we're Mossad agents and we got operation and all this shit.
Yeah,
But nobody questioned the mural.
And then even before the damn towers went down, a lot of the spots were celebrating in Brooklyn and like certain certain morals, like that they're celebrating, they're drinking their island sherbets, wine, all this their culture.
And then the Mossad, they were the one that whole Hamas thing, man. That was the Muslim Brotherhood, right? That it got started, but that was all through Mossad.
Because all these guys, all they are just Shriners and warlocks, man.
High level.
Because you have those Ishmael, they're Shriners as well. So it's all
That's the spirit too. I was before camp. I was sitting in the car and the seat of my class, and you have one of those jackets like a fraternity, like those nice ones, and on the back it said Shriners of Canada. Regular like a Bill Gates Edomite, glasses, walking down the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like even certain parts of Toronto, like they have like the Shriners and stuff. Oshawa all over.
So he says, to the residue of the heathen that are run about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, you have my power. Surely, in the fire of my jealousy, have I spoken against the residue of the heathen. If I might say, it's not the so-called Israelis, it's also the so-called Palestinians. So all of you are actually heathens. You're not land, right? You know?
That's right.
So it says, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their hearts, with a despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, unto the hills, and the rivers, and the valleys.
The Lord's going to visit these heathens, man.
Right.
Right? And the Lord's nothing to be played with.
Job 28, verse 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, how he come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, he smote the hindmost of thee, even all weary, and he feared not the Most High.
Right? Feet and weary. So this is during the deliverance. This is after the deliverance from Egypt, man. So Jake was being a brute, right?
So you killed old people, you killed pregnant women.
Yeah, you didn't
people
care.
who were very weak, right? That's his devil. That's what he does. He did that even to Gad over here. I'm talking about Esau's personality, but that starts with Amalek too. You know, when the Gadites would go out and hunt, that's when he would attack the village, and then he would kill all the women and the little children because they were defenseless. So that's his damn devil. Verse 19. Therefore it shall be when Yahweh shall shine thy power, that thee be rest from all thine enemies round about in the land, which the Lord thy power giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven.
That's
Thou
right.
shalt not forget it.
Right? Thou shalt not forget it. And this has yet to be fulfilled, man. Right? So we're as men of the Lord, I'll praise the Most High Yahweh Shino Shai. But this is what we gotta look forward to, man. We just gotta endure to the end and keep pushing. Right?
Yeah, because it's getting worse, man. So it's like really, it's like we don't have nothing to fucking try and go back to, man. Alright? Because if you do, like you're gonna die. So, so there's nothing really else to go back to. You have to just stay on the prophecies and stay focused.
Job 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations. I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
The valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, the Lord's judgment, right? So we know that the war to end all wars, the war of Armageddon, is place in the Middle East, right? Slovakia, West Asia, as Elder Malcolm has said. So there's no Middle East. This is a construct created by Esau Edom. West Asia, right? Right?
And it says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations.
Right? Scattered among the nations. And how were we scattered, man? Via ships, right? Scattered throughout four corners of the earth in a low state, not knowing who we are, man. Right? Not knowing the names of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Right?
I parted my land.
We just read that the heathen shall say, aha, right? They parted the land. Right? There's a scripture in Luke 21 says, Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the heathen, of the Gentiles. Right?
They're changing our goal here because the Lord already previously, he divided the nations, he gave them their inheritance, he gave them their borders. This guy, he goes out and he makes artificial borders. You saw that prevail a lot back in the ancient world when Greece was ruling. They came and put up the borders. That's why you had the four generals that came out of Alexander, the king of the south, the king of the north, the Ptolemy, Alexander, the Samaritans, and all those guys. And they put crowns on their heads and they took on the names of those lands. You know, so that's what was getting done.
Because they're vagabonds. This, I think, 4. Because they're a bunch of vagabonds.
This is Psalm 74:17. For precept, thou hast set all the borders of the earth. Thou hast made summer and winter. So that's the Lord. He set the borders.
Right, that's right.
Divided the nations for inheritance. The Lord provided them.
Job 24:2. Some remove the landmarks, they violently take away flocks and feed thereof. Right?
I have a quick precept. Sorry. Genesis 4, verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond.
From thy face thou shalt be hid, meaning the Lord's not dealing with him. Right? The Lord's not imputing wisdom on him. Right? He's a wicked guy. But he was created to be the wicked. He was created as a curse. Yes, God. He was created to be the wicked.
Hey, he's the guy that all you people, you're going to wake up tomorrow and it's an hour behind.
Right.
That's not natural.
Right.
At 2 a.m., you know, it's going to go back.
Yeah.
So that's not right. Who the hell said he had the power to do it?
Right.
Who gave him what?
Right. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that finds me shall slay himself. So the Most High took his damn pigmentation, took Cain's pigmentation, stripped him.
Brother got a question, you said?
Okay, so this book about Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25, he says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear of the saints of the Most High, and think to change times, laws, and they shall be given unto him, and they shall be given into his hand until a time, and the times, and the dividing of a time.
A time and a time and the dividing of time. A time 100 years, time 200 years, dividing of time, 350 year period, right? But he's changed the laws. What calendar are we on? Gregorian, right? Gregorian and Julian, right? Fall back, spring forward the clocks, right? He's wicked. He's a wicked man.
I'm just saying the change.
Back in Joel 3, verse 3. They have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an almond, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink.
Right, and this is what they did, man. What's that? Wall Street in America? They had slave auctions, right? Sold a boy for a harlot, a girl for a bottle of wine.
And like even also like the sub-Saharan slave trade too.
Yeah.
Right? Through all Africa. The Arab slave trade.
Yeah, that's right.
They had those in captivity too. So that's why like we don't talk sorry what's going on in Palestine. Even though there are some Israelites over there, but they're still God. Yeah, because they're worshiping Allah.
Worship an idol. That's right.
Verse 4. Yeah. And what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense?
What does recompense mean? Payback.
And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head?
So the Lord's going to judge all these heathens. Speedily.
Going to Tyre and Zidon, especially Tyre, it was a coastal city, so they had a lot of power because they lived off of the coast. So they controlled the ocean, the ports, and they also were able to distribute certain fabrics like purple, red, scarlet, and stuff like that. So they had a lot of power and influence, and that lifted up their pride. And that's America today, because they control everything. And if you look at all these different countries, they're American. That's why you have McDonald's in every country. The way they do business, it's Americanized, right?
Seaports, right? America.
Verse 5. Because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temple goodly, pleasant things.
Right? Esau's a thief. Right?
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem.
All 12 tribes. Right? All 12 tribes shipped out throughout the four corners of the earth. Right? To be servants. Right? Hardcore slavery. To be taken out with genocide.
That's right.
Right? Residential schools. Reservations. Right? Right?
And the children of Jerusalem have unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and with your own head.
That's the deliverance. We can't do it ourselves. Right? Scripture saying the strangers of their
I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah.
Right. So it's hardcore slavery for you, beginning with you Edomites, as well as these other nations. Right? Servants and handmaids. Right? Isaiah 14, someone hold that. Right?
And they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Prepare war. What do we see all over the news media, the news engine, the media engine right now?
Palestine and Israel.
Right. Right.
Biggest conflict in the world.
Right. Yeah. Russia and Ukraine is taking a back seat. And they're still beefing. But there's no, all eyes is on Palestine and Israel.
Don't you realize, like, during the war or the course of the war of Russia versus Ukraine, a lot of new weapons were used and nobody was talking about that. They were using hypersonic missiles that broke bunkers, man, military bunkers. But that's not going on in Israel right now. But Iran or Hamas, Salafis. So it shows you prophecy has to stand at the end of the day.
And look at all the footage from the Palestinian skirmish. Then we've gotten out of Russia and Ukraine. Right? Right?
It says, prepare war. Wake up the draw near.
Right? So the Lord's saying, get ready for war. This is the Lord's judgment. Wake up the mighty men, the military. Right? The mobilization of the military. Reports that America has China has 2 warships in the military. That's preparing for war. Right?
It says, let them come up, beat your plowers and your pruning hooks into spears.
So come out of a vibration of being at peace and at ease and get ready for war, man. Right? All hands on deck. They don't care if you're a farmer. Right? Get ready. The draft is coming to this place.
That's
You think
right.
it's a joke?
Go ahead. Sorry, brother, but I just want to bring out, because if you remember the Mao era, what were they doing? They were doing a lot of farming and agriculture. That's what he was doing. But after Mao came out of power, then they started building up them ICBMs. Because that's what it's going to. They put down their agricultural tools. They took their money that they made from agriculture and invested into the military. And that's what all these little weaker nations in the past were doing, and now they become very strong. China's one of them.
North Korea starved his own citizens. Right, that's right.
Says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am
Right,
strong.
that's right. What the brother just said. Let the weak say I'm strong. Right? Historically, these nations that are now strong, America would step on them, roll over them, man. Now America's got to be calculative about how they go about things. Why do you think they're just sitting there in the Mediterranean, letting it play out, telling Amalek, okay, go do this now, go do this now. We're not going to move yet. Go do this, go do that. We're not going to move yet. They got to be calculative, right? Yeah.
Says, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Hither, cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh.
Mighty ones, yeah, go ahead.
Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
The valley of Jehoshaphat, Jehoshaphat, right? So we know that according to scripture, we're reading it, World War III will kick off in the Middle East.
That's right.
Right? Man.
Yeah, part of,
What?
a part of saying that they're strong is the leagues that they created. When they join leagues, now they have bricks. That's a part of them saying that they're strong.
That's right.
That's them saying we don't need you over here.
And all eyes are on Jerusalem right now at war, right? All those countries, they're all gonna get involved.
Yeah, because you have Netanyahu,
Yeah.
and you want the oil from Iran, and you want all those resources. So Netanyahu, his thing is to go at Iran. So it's prophecy.
That's right.
Prophecy come to pass.
And we have Turkey. Their leader saying he's denouncing what Netanyahu is doing. He's denouncing it. He removed the diplomats. And the thing about Turkey, they're the mightiest Islamic force in West Asia.
Because they were the Ottoman Turks, man.
Right, that's right. And they're a member of NATO. Right? Right?
That's why I say that world war. It's a world war happening.
Right? And if they let's just say they play out that's their role, where they spark it now. We know they're not gonna spark it now, but eventually when they spark it, that plays out into thee shall hate the whore. Right?
It says, for there will I sit to judge the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is
The
ripe.
harvest is ripe. The Lord, the angels are stirring it up. Right? They're working on the minds of these leaders, right? To stir it up. The harvest is ripe. Right?
Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great.
Right? Their wickedness is great. We're talking parabolic right now. Right? The fats overflow. The Lord's got a great sacrifice coming. Right? All these.
Especially on that land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tel Aviv, it's that whole land. It's the biggest gay capital of the world.
In the land, man.
So that place needs to get burned to the fire.
That's right.
It says, multitudes in the valley of decision.
Right. A lot. And listen, someone hold Job, not Salafi, Joel 2:20, I believe.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, continue.
For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision.
Valley decision. Hold that.
Yeah.
You got Joel 2:20?
Joel 2 verse 20. Joel 2 verse 20. But Joel 2 verse 20. But I will remove from something. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and I will drive them. I will drive them into the land buried and desolate.
Yeah. Remove far from you the Northern Army, right? So America the Great, they're going to ship off their troops, man. This is going into the draft. Brothers just reading multitudes, man. So they're going to bring this draft, and we see these Edomites. There's viral footage of them complaining. I'm not going to fight this. I'm not going to fight that. It's not up to you, right? It's not up to you. Continue.
But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and I will drive him into a land barren and desolate.
Right.
With his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward uttermost sea.
Uttermost sea. Okay, the East Sea being on. Right? Yeah. So these troops are going to. Yeah. These troops are going to have to go there, right? The Lord's put the spirit on the leaders, right, to instill a draft. It's just a matter of time before Biden says, "Hey, we're bringing back the draft." And these Babylonians are going to lose their mind. They're going to bug out, right? Go ahead.
And his stink shall come up, and his ill savior shall come up, because he hath done great things.
His stink shall come up. So what's that? Mass death, right? So off on these planes, you get a note in the mail or an email saying report to your nearest military base. One or two things are going to happen. You're going to try and dodge it, you're going to arrest it, or you're going to go. And then what? You're going to go over there, and your stink's going to go up. You're going to die. You're not coming back. Right? Go ahead.
So you're not going to get out of it like, what's his name? Muhammad Ali.
Right.
Where he wanted to dodge the draft. He did it. You, Jakes, you ain't going to dodge it like him. No.
You got draft dodgers. Who are one and two.
Yeah, that's right.
But like in Ukraine, right, they're actually chasing people with drones, right? If they're trying to flee the country. So they got your ass with drones. So how you think you're going to flee?
Right.
And they got you in the system.
Yeah.
Draft dodgers. Not draft dodgers.
No, you can't draft dodge this time.
That's right.
This time.
That's right. It says, "Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for the Lord will do great things. Be not afraid, ye beasts of the field."
Look at her sign.
See, they're going over there.
Right.
See, they got the head dress on like they're the Middle East. Don't worry, you're going over there.
Yeah, you're going there, man. That's the
You guys are
spirit.
going over there.
You're going there, man. Ceasefire. Now you're going there. And they're of that age, too.
Yeah,
Right?
they're at that good age.
Say, "Be not afraid, ye beasts of the field, for the pasture of the wilderness is spring." Here, you still have more on that.
Joel 3 and 15, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Your knowledge. Right, man.
The Lord Yahweh also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake.
And what caused that? Thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missiles. Right?
But the Lord Yahweh will be the hope of his people.
His people. Right? That his people, who are Israelites. Israel being a people before it's a place. Right? You so-called indigenous, you so-called Latino, you so-called Negro, and speckled bird. Right? His people. That's a possessive term. Right? The Lord didn't come for everybody, man. Don't go, why did that Christians?
It specifies up above in the same chapter, Judah and Jerusalem.
Right.
It's Lord, it's coming for the Israelites.
That's right.
It's coming for the 144,000
Yep.
and the 1/3. But we're tired of this. It's worn out. We're worn out.
Right. It says, "And the strength of the children of Israel, so shall ye know that I am the Lord your God Yahweh, dwelling on the mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore."
Right. This is what we got to look forward to, man. Right? You got that in Isaiah 14. You got that. That segues perfect.
Second Ezra 15.
14 verse 1.
This is what we have to look forward to.
For Allah will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land.
Oh man, so the only way back is through Yahweh Shai. Right? You're not going to go there on buses. Right? The 48ers, this is fulfillment of Isaiah 2. No, that's madness. Yahweh Shai brings us back. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I think I use Isaiah 60.
Yeah.
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Strangers, Israelite foreigners. Right? Go ahead.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Yahshua shall possess them in the land of Yahweh.
Possess them. Possess who? Go ahead.
For servants and handmaids.
Right, beginning with you Edomites, man. Servants. First we're gonna grab your nobles. right? Then we're going to contract out continual employment, right? Bury the dead, right? And then we're going to put you in the pit, right? Clean up the concubines that we choose, right?
Right? Captives, they were.
Right? Are we not in captivity? We're not sovereign. We can't do what we want, man. The feds roll up on us right now in Curtis. We got to comply. We got to agree with our adversary. Yes, officer. No, officer. We're not free, man. Go ahead.
And they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
Right. That's when we have rest. Right. We don't got rest right now. The elder just said we're worn out, man. We're worn out, man. Go ahead.
And from thy fear and from the hard bondage.
Right, from thy fear. And we're in fear, man. As Jake. Yo, if feds roll up behind me, my heart starts to beat. Because I know he's got the sword. And things could go left. Right? Go ahead.
And from the hard bondage wherein that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked.
Broken the staff of the wicked. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to break the staff of the wicked class elites. These Edomites. Right? And then beginning with Yahweh Shai, our foot will be on their necks. Right? Go ahead.
And the scepter of the rulers, he who smote the people in wrath will continue to stroke.
Right, he who smote the people, man. He had no mercy on us. Right? Isaiah 47. For the affliction, or if you paraphrase, he had no compassion, man. Right? During the times of slavery, right? It was hoary head man getting flogged. Right? Lynched. Buck broken. Hoary heads. Right? Children as young as 4 years old, man. Right? I have a 5-year-old, man. I look at him, I'm like, yo, in your last lifetime at this age, you're born in the fields, maybe even earlier. Right? This Edomite, he's wicked. He's got a lot to pay for.
Right. The elites, no. Right? So all you Edomites gotta pay, man. All right?
Right.
A lot of the scholars say that studied slavery, especially African professors in African American studies, actually brought out and said that post-slavery was actually worse than slavery because you had Jim Crow, you had the KKK movement, all these laws that put you, Jakes, really back into slavery. And it was actually worse because now slavery, it's like corporate owned now. It's no longer privatized. Right? So now you, as a slave, you got to pay for your own goods and then you got to work. Right? Whereas in slavery, you were provided for everything was provided to you. You were fed, you were clothed, but it's worse. Right? Yeah. So back in verse,
And Eve gonna feel it. Eve, yeah, listen, the common narrative right now is Eve complaining about work. She complaining, but she asked for it. Right?
verse 5, it says, Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted.
Right. Because he had no, well, he's not a righteous man, we know this. But he had no mercy, man. Right? He had no mercy. The elect are going to rule in righteousness. Right? We're going to go by the law, statute and commandments. Right?
And none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet.
Right. That's when they're going to be quiet. When the Lord takes this wicked kingdom out, man. That's when the earth will be at rest. Right? The scriptures say the whole of creation groaneth. Right? Go ahead.
Okay. And it says, and is quiet, they break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon. Sorry. And the cedars of Lebanon saying, since they laid down, no feller is come up against us.
And this man has gone throughout the whole earth, cutting down this, building up that. Right? He's taking he's taking out I don't even know how much, but a big percentage of the rainforest, man. Earth's lungs. Right? He's always building this, building that, cutting down trees. Here, deforestation. That's right. Right here. There's a saying up here in Toronto. You have two seasons: winter and construction. Right?
Okay. It says, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee.
Stirreth up the dead, these other nations. So these other nations are being stirred up to come against the whore. Go ahead.
Even all the chief ones of the earth.
Right, they're leaders, right? Every day you see another leader grandstanding. This leader saying that, this leader saying that. Different languages leaders saying that. You need to see the subtitle to see what they're saying. Yesterday the leader of Lebanon was making a big announcement. And you're just reading the subtitle. He's waving his hand, he's cussing pure bad word, man. Right? So these other nations are being stirred up. Go ahead.
It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. And speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
Right, that's why they're scoffing, man. That's why you have this guy in North Korea firing off missiles and laughing, saying do something about it. Right? I mean, Babylon has you.
Manpower drill.
Right?
Kim Jong.
Power jump,
Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
Your pride, America the Great's pride. Right? Being brought down low. Look at the condition of America the Great. There was a document of a lady on a walk to work in San Francisco. It's pure zombies. Not no. This is America the Great. Bright light, big city. Right? Her pomp is being brought down. Right? The days of her being the pinnacle. Everybody wanted to come to America. That's why there was a mass immigration. Everyone wanted to come here. The land of opportunity. The Golden Cup.
Even before that, the turn of the century.
Right, yeah, that's right.
Italian.
Yeah, yeah. 20s, right?
It says here, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread unto thee.
The noise of thy vials, the music, their mirth, right? The Lord's taking that out. That spirit's out, taking it out. The worm is their decay. Their whole infrastructure is all crumbling. Right? They need billions of dollars to repair their roads, and they're sending off packages to Amalek. Right?
In the U.S., the bridges are always falling.
Yeah.
Right? The infrastructure is shit.
Yeah.
It's
Crumbling, man.
And the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right? How they're falling from your rulership. Right? Your power. Right? Lucifer being bearer of light. Right? Bearer of light on the left-hand side. Their left-hand knowledge. The illuminated ones on the left-hand side. Right? How they're falling from heaven. Although Christians would butcher this scripture right here. Falling from their rulership. Go ahead.
I just want to bring up a point from verse 11 because it says the worm is spread under thee and the worms cover thee. Because take the analogy of an apple with a worm in it. You know, when you pick it off the tree, you don't know that there's a worm in it, but it looks all beautiful and you want to eat it. And that's how these people look at America. But when they actually get in America, they see that the infrastructure's bad, the standard of living has gone up, and that's that worm. Everything's crumbling, man, from the inside out.
Big Apple, New York. She said that. Yeah.
Verse 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground?
Right? Did it weaken the nations, man? Right? The great colonizer. Right? The Lord's going to bring him down. It's already started. Right? The spirit of America is broken.
Man, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High.
I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. Above the Israelites. Right?
Right? I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
In the sides of the north. So the Israelites in America, man. Esau's foot is on our neck. Right?
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
Right, his pride, his satellites, his GPS. Right, go ahead.
I will be like the Most High, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell.
Right, the Lord won't bring him down. Hell being a condition, hell being the grave. Right, go ahead.
To the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Right, so listen, the whole, these heathen nations are going to look on you and be like, yo, this guy is wicked. Look at him now. Right, and the whole world is looking at America the Great. Right? They're a gazing stock. Right? The whole world's looking at their filthy spewing falling on their glory, man. Right? You have a president in power right now whose son is a fiend, a dusty, a crackhead. Right? Go ahead.
That did shake kingdoms.
Right? They did shake kingdoms once upon a time. Yeah, they still got their military might, but the Lord.
that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art thy grave like an abominable branch.
Abominable branch, you wicked, diabolical Edomites, man. Right?
And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial.
Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial. Right? So Esau's ultimate destruction, Esau ultimately is going to be Obadiah 18. Right? These other nations will get their shot after their bondage, right? But then they'll be tributaries. They'll be paying tribute. Go ahead.
It says, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people, the seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
Never be renowned, man. This is it for you, Edomites. This is the last stop. If you're on the subway train, and you're 2 stops from Kipling.
Speak about Nahum 3 verse 19. It says, there is no healing of thy bruise.
No healing of thy bruise. Look at that word bruise, it's report. Right?
It says, bruise is grievous. All that hear the root of thee shall clap their hands.
The root is report. The bruise, no healing of that bruise, they're wicked. But all that hear the root of thee, the report of thee, shall clap their hands. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, all that hear the root of thee shall clap their hands over thee, for upon whom hath not that wickedness passed continually.
Right, because all these nations despise this wicked man. They hate him.
That's right.
Right? They just can't really make a move yet. The Lord is making it play out, but they hate him. They despise him, man. These other nations scoff at America the Great, Babylon the Great. Right? They hate their military because the military is their might, and they rule with their sword. But these other nations.
Okay, Psalms 2nd entrance 15 and 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. Yahweh shall not, it says, for God shall not deliver you. Have sinned against you. Behold, a horrible vision that prepared there of peace, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots and multitudes of them.
Right, so these West Asian nations, right, with their military. You hear Turkey making his noise right now, saying he denounces what Benjamin Netanyahu is doing, right? We see Lebanon making noise. Right? Iran's still quiet, but Iran backs on these nations that are making noise right now. Yemen made an announcement a few days ago, right? Go ahead.
Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitudes of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth.
Right, many chariots. They're military might. Go ahead.
Well, Iran is making noise, but it's through the proxies.
That's right.
Because that is a proxy. Hamas is a proxy. Right? There is no way around it. You know, that's not something that Israel made up. Hamas is a proxy of Iran. But that's how you fight wars. Right?
That's right. And they're using Iran's weapons in this war right now.
Iran stands for their drones. Right? Their drones are known worldwide.
Yeah.
Right?
That all they which heard them also the Carmanians,
right? Elder just said it. Carmanians being Iran. Go ahead.
Raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boar.
The wild boar. The wild. What's Ishmael's nature?
Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boar of the wood, and they come and join battle with them, shall waste.
Right. So all these Islamic countries, they're going to join each other. Right.
And then shall the dragon have the upper hand, and And remember their nature.
Their nature. We just said the wild man.
If they shall turn themselves and conspire together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be trouble and keep silence through their power and smile. And that's pretty much it.
This book of Isaiah 43 verse 1, it says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end of the when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, thou shalt deal treacherously with thee. Verse 3. And the noise of the tumult, the people fled, and lifting up of themselves, the nations were scattered. And your spoil shall be gathered like the gathering of the caterpillar, as the running to and fro of locusts shall he run upon them. Lord Yahweh is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness.
Right, so this is the will of the Lord, man. Right, the will of the Lord is judgment on America, the great Babylon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And there's nothing they can do to stop it, man. No amount of military spending.
Take bomb for her pay.
Right?
Yep.
Right.
Take bomb for a pay.
Yep. Thank you, Brian.
Verse 6 says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure.
Right, and that's how the elect are going to get through this thing, man. Wisdom and knowledge, the Holy Spirit, man. Right? Because the Lord's about to shut this thing up. This famine of the word is about, we see it happening, man. Right? It's increasing. The time's going to come where the internet's going to be shut off, man. Right?
Did you not hear what the lady said? She said Israel's biggest threat is you black people, man. And you know what she's talking about? She's talking about you people on the corner. She's not talking about you two-third niggas. She loves you two-third niggas, man. Yeah, she didn't talk about Black Lives Matter. Because Black Lives Matter works for George Soros. Yeah, she's talking about you guys. She's talking about you right on the corner because you guys are you can't really do anything without the truth, man. Even Satan and all those guys, they're all being used, man. You guys that are gonna go fight the Royal Rumble in Chicago, even you're being used, man.
It says verse 7, behold, their valiant ones shall cry without, the ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly. The highways lie waste, the wayfaring man ceaseth. He hath broken the covenant, he hath despised the cities, he regardeth no man. The earth mourneth and languisheth. Lebanon is ashamed and hewn down. Sharon is like wilderness, and Bashan and Carmel shake off their fruits. Now will I rise to the Lord Yahweh, now will I be exalted, now will I lift up myself. He shall conceive chaff, he shall bring forth stubble, the breath as fire.
Right? When you see all the judgment, because the judgment that fell upon Egypt is going to fall upon this land as well. What happened in the time of Egypt? Those were plagues. So everything that you're seeing now in Babylon is called plagues, man. But it's too late.
I have commanded my sanctified
The only reason why you people don't know what plagues are is because you people have moved so far away from spirituality that you think things are just happenstance. You think things are just happening just because, oh, climate change, no, Esau. Oh, food shortage, no, Esau. That's judgment, man. That's plagues. Plagues showing no sign. Right? Even your damn woman, even feminism is a plague. Man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I have commanded my sanctified ones, also called my mighty ones for my fierce anger.
And that's the time that we're living in, man. We're living in a time where we're just going to see judgment on top of judgment. Why? Because the angels are going to start to let go of the winds, man. We're in the time of the angels letting go of the winds.
Even them that rejoice in my highness, the noise of the multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts muster the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the ends of the heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
Yeah, because we weren't around at World War I and we weren't around at World War II. You just have to imagine that, right? When everybody was going over to Germany to fight the Germans, it's going to be the same thing when everybody's going over to the Middle East, man. Now we're going to be like, what the heck? And you're going to be reading in the Bible and saying, this is really happening. This is really happening right before our eyes. And then we're going to say, we told you people that this is the living truth, right? This Bible is like waters, man. Living waters coming to pass right before your eyes, man.
Like that video you put up with that big shit.
Yeah. You're here in Toronto. Yeah.
Said the general came here and said, why are you here? He goes, that's the war zone.
Damn.
And she was like, what?
Yeah.
And it
I
happened.
fucking went up.
Yeah, and it happened right here. So right now, like there's this so-called T attacks here, right? Because of Palestinians, right? So there's gonna be like a civil war or whatever.
Oh, big time.
There's gonna be a civil war.
Big time.
It's Revelation 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come unto her, my people, that ye be
Hey,
not.
no pictures. No pictures.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come unto her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Yeah, because that's the time that we're living in. We're living in a time right now where we have to remove ourselves from this place spiritually. But we already told you people that. And you got to remove yourself. The number one way is mentally. Brothers come on here and talk about removing yourself out of Babylon mentally every single Saturday, man. When brothers do their videos, that's them removing themselves mentally, right? Before, you never knew how to do that. It was hard. Like, how do I remove myself mentally out of this place? Well, it's a day-by-day process, man. It's a step-by-step. What is the step-by-step? Not investing in this place, man.
That's right.
Because you investing in this place is going to make you a part of it, man. Exactly. Exactly. Where you're not afraid to lose. Because a lot of you people, the reason why Lot's wife turned back is because she wasn't removed. The reason why Lot never looked back is because he was removed completely. He didn't give a damn, man. Go ahead.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the powers have remembered her iniquity.
And that's why, you know, there's never any lack of lessons. How can her sins have reached onto the heavens, man? There's always going to be a lesson because her damn sins. Every damn day you find something out about this damn dirty ass Edomite, man.
Right.
Last week we were here doing a lesson, and we were watching witchcraft, man. They did witchcraft right in front of us, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Reward her even double unto her according to her work.
Exactly. That means no forgiveness. If you're going to reward her like she rewarded you, that means no forgiveness, man. No mercy. Did you get mercy? Nah. So do her like she did you. Is it that time in Babylon's time to where you're just like, you know what? Nah, man. We gotta take time with these Edomites, man. These Edomites are good people. Nah, no mercy.
Hey, in the whole world, they see that as well, because when America talks this shit about, you know, being honorable and peacekeeping, the whole world said, hold on, but look at how America was founded. Brings that up all the time, you know?
Damn hypocrite.
Lifting up.
Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double.
The way we talk as well about them JOOs, man. How much careful the way you speak, man. You gotta be careful what comes out of your mouth, man. This is not a time of jokes, man. This is not a time of plays, man. This is a serious, serious thing, man. Now this is legal. Right? What's going on right now in the Middle East means that you gotta be careful how you speak about the JOOs, man. Go ahead.
Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double, and how much she hath glorified herself and lived domestically, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I am a queen, and I am not no widow.
What does that mean? That means that what's going to come upon this bitch is going to get worse and worse and worse. So for you people that are mourning for a certain particular person, oh, should we join the fight of these people? Should we join the fight of those people? The scriptures let me know it's going to get worse. The Most High is going to put double on her, double that what you've been through. So her community, her people are going to feel it, man. They're going to mourn, man. They're going to witness, they're going to feel loss. That's why you keep hearing about that on CP24 and all the news stations. They lost, this family died, this family's kidnapped. Well, guess what? You want to know the Most High's prophecy is that it's going to get worse.
Right. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
Yeah, and your plagues is death. You people are going to mourn. You're going to die. Your children. You know why? Our children died. We know it. We know what the pain of loss is. Doesn't the Native Americans know the pain of loss? We're just figuring out that you Edomites, how many of the Native American children that you killed just now in 2023. Just now. You know how long you killed those kids? You know how long that those murders went under the bridge, so to speak, man? And now the Most High is bringing those things to the light, man. Go ahead.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine.
Yeah, so that's it. Edomite rulership, Edomite supremacy is over. That's it.
Right.
You're done, man. Now it's going to be time for Edomite mourning, man. That's why it says that in Lamentations. When you read Lamentations 4, why you think it says that, man? Why it says give unto her, man. Now it's her time to receive, man. It says your mourning has come to an end, Israel. Go ahead.
Therefore shall
and there's nothing that they could do. You could yell, you could be mad at us, you could outlaw us. It's just time for your destruction, man.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and
Read that again.
Therefore shall her.
What's the first deed?
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
What's the first one?
Death.
Death. So that's what you people have to look out for. Not from us, that we're not even going to lift up a pebble. I'm not even going to lift up this leaf. I'm not even going to slap you with a leaf. I'm not touching you with nothing. We're slapping you with the word of the Most High. Death. That's what's coming upon this land. Death.
Right.
Hold on. The same way that they killed us. The same way that they buried us and you're finding us under residential schools. It's the same way that you're going to die. Right. All you nice looking Caucasians, you know, you're going to be wearing your polo, your nice polo outfits, and whatever nice clothing that you wear that we don't even know the name of, you're going to die in them nice clothing, man. Go ahead.
Right. Therefore shall her plague come in one day, death and mourning.
And mourning.
And
mourning. That's what's coming up on your community. Mourning.
Right? Right.
So teach your kids, get ready for mourning.
That's right.
Your kids are going to mourn.
That's right.
That's your judgment. That's your future.
That's right.
You know why? Because that's what you did unto people. The reason why you can walk up and down in safety is because you made people mourn.
Right.
Therefore shall her plague one day, death and mourning and famine.
And famine. What does that mean? That means that they're not going to have. You know who's used to not having? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans.
Right.
You're so used to not having that you think it's okay for Esau to have.
Even right, I was listening to 6:40 a.m. Right? They were talking about a lot of these Edomites is having trouble even having gas in their car or buying food.
That's right.
Right. So right now it's a serious time.
And I know a girl. She works at the food bank, and she said that a lot of white people are there now. It's a record number of white people in the food banks.
Right. Therefore, shall our plague come in one day.
And that's why it's happening. You know why you niggas were in the ghetto? You know why you Latinos are in the barrios? And you know why Native Americans are on the native reserves? Because that was their play. Now it's time for the Edomites, man. So
Right.
if you're wondering, damn, how come Jake's is living so good? Well, because the Most High is taking a couple trembling from them. That's okay. They're supposed to be living good. You niggas are living good, and that's okay. That's prophecy. Why you Edomites are mourning. That's prophecy. Read.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day,
Yeah.
death and mourning and famine, and she shall utterly be burned with fire. For strong is the Lord's power who judgeth her.
Yeah, that's talking about the ultimate destruction. Because you Edomites, you have been in rulership so long that you don't even understand that it's your time of going down. But the Most High is doing it so beautifully because you're going to lose power in one damn day. In one day, you're going to lose everything. That's beautiful, man. That's a blessing. That's right, man. That's what it's called, a transfer of wealth, man.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication.
Who are they? Name them. Rothschilds. The Rothschilds. They're the king. They're the number one kings of the earth, and the rest of the families, man. The DuPonts, the Gettys. Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously.
Yeah, the
with
Bush,
her.
even the Bushes. The Bushes have been living deliciously, man. Go ahead.
Shall be
In Canada, we have the McCains. You have the guys who own President's Choice. These are family lines, man. They've been ruling Canada for years, man. Go ahead.
and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived.
What do they call the ones in Canada who own President's Choice? The Westons. The Westons, man. Yeah, they don't work. You think those guys work? You think the Westons work? They live good. Go ahead. Yeah, trading places.
The kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament of her.
Yeah, just like the brothers reading, the Westons are going to bewail that Babylon is going down, man, because they've been living high off the hog, man. Go ahead.
When they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be looking at her going down and saying, shit, we fucked up. What are we going to do now? Who can we join? Can we join the league of this? Can we join the league of that? No. It's going to be time of your destruction, man.
Right. Standing afar off. For the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour.
TD Bank, Scotia Bank, they're going to be pissed, man, because no more business, man. All the business is going to come to an end, man. BMO, all you rich banking families, go ahead.
That mighty city, is thy judgment come.
Yeah, this is time of judgment, man. This is the time of rulers that are going to go down. That you're going to be like, God damn, man. All these beautiful buildings, all these beautiful this, that's all done with, man. That's all power, and your power is going to be destroyed, man, from high. Go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth shall weep.
And that's what we're talking about. We're going into the merchants, man. And it's time for them to weep, man. It's time for them to lose, man. Because what they planned, every single one of these merchants have planned to put RFID technology in our bodies, man. So now it's time for them to lose. Go ahead.
And the merchants of her earth shall weep and mourn over her.
Yeah.
For no man buy their merchandise anymore.
That's right, man.
The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen.
Yeah, for you people that think gold and silver is going to save us, man. Not even gold and silver is going to save us, man. Right? Because everyone's planning for the economic collapse, which is going to happen. And gold and silver is going to be the hot commodity. But the hot commodity still can't save you, man. Go ahead.
And the fine linen and the purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood.
Yeah, and right now that purple and silk is just going into all the what's it called, the Louis Vuittons and the Gucci's, because they just did a report not too long ago that all the high fashion is on a rise. all luxury goods is on the rise and luxury cars. But guess what? That always happens. Even in the time of the Great Depression, luxury items went up, man, during the time of the Great Depression. So we're in the time of the Great Depression right now, and the rich are getting richer and they're buying luxury goods, man. But that don't mean shit. That don't mean that they're not gonna fall. Go ahead.
And fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory.
Yeah, because wood is gonna go up because they're even in Canada right now. We have a housing shortage, man. We have a housing shortage right now, so you're gonna need all of them materials to build homes, man. Go ahead.
And all manner.
What just happened over there for the Green Belt? Were they planning on building housing, man? Supposedly. Go ahead.
And all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and ointment, frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wood wheat and peace.
Hey, that's how you know that this place is a business, man. The Most High is letting you know that this place is just a business. When you go into all the different ports, the ports are run off of robots, man. It's all robotic. You don't even really have people there, and they're just taking containers off. They load containers, and they take containers off, man. And it's all robotic, man. You see the shipping vessel come, and boop, 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 load, one, gone. Boop, 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 load, gone. And take off, man. And that's all merchandise, and a lot of those merchandise are people inside of the vessels, man. You have people, and they smuggle people, man. Go ahead. Human trafficking. You want
and oil and fine flour and wheat and beef and sheep and horses and
Hey,
chariots.
even when you're riding down on the highway, you might see a truck full of beasts, man. You might see cows, or you might see chicken. You might see horses. You might see pigs. You might just see a container just full of pigs, man. Go ahead.
And slaves and souls
And
of men.
slaves. Hey, when you're riding down the road, you might see a paddy wagon, and that paddy wagon is filled with slaves, man. That's what they are. A bunch of slaves. They're probably on their way to port or on their way back from port, man. Go ahead.
And the fruit that thy soul lusteth after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things, which were made great fire, shall stand afar off of the fear of her torment and wailing.
Yeah, in that day, you women are gonna wish that there's a fucking cheesecake factory. You guys don't want to go on a cheese factory day. In that day, you're gonna wish there was a fucking cheesecake factory. You're gonna fucking wish, because you're gonna be eating off of the damn ground. You're gonna be looking for a damn crumb.
You can't even go to
McDonald's.
yeah, you can't go up there.
Yeah, there won't even be fucking McDonald's in that day.
Alas, alas.
You're gonna be trying to catch pigeons. I keep telling you guys. I keep telling you. You gotta watch movies like The Road, man, where that man caught a damn cat. He had to catch a cat. That's gonna be a real happy meal, man.
Saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And every ship master and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by the seas stood afar off.
Hey, and they might be standing afar off because there might be another plague. Just like 2 years ago there was a plague, well, these Edomites might awaken one of the old plagues from back in the day, and there really might be dead bodies all throughout the streets. We don't know what they're going to do next, man. We know that they found something that works, which is a global lockdown, and they want to do it again. How are they going to do it? We don't know. There just might be a financial collapse to where people are killing each other in this world. There might be disease warfare. We don't know.
Hey, look how much panic this past summer with the fires.
Just the fires alone.
Exactly.
Hey, and people, just from the fires, people got health complications from the fire.
And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
And the smoke of her burning is going to be coming from ICBM missiles, 200 million. There's going to be your lake of fire right there. So for you people wondering, oh, what's the lake of fire? 200 million missiles pelting this place, man. Pelting this place. It's going to turn it into a lake of fire. There won't even be no more lakes because the damn lakes are going to dry up.
That's right.
Just from the heat. Go ahead.
And
It's going to be a damn desert, which the Lord promised, man. It's going to be a damn desert.
right.
Go ahead.
And they cast lots on their heads, and cried, weeping and wailing, and saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein we were made rich, that had ships
Yeah.
in the sea.
And that, you know who that's going to be? That's going to be the elites, because the elites are going to escape. And that's how you know how much of a piece of shit you elites are, man. You create all of this judgment just to skate off and to think that you're going to get away, because they're going to be living good. When they get away, they're going to be living good, man. In their space station, their space station is going to have medical supplies, food. Man, they're going to have bowling alleys up there, gym up there,
They
theater.
have everything in there.
And when we go up there, we're gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah. They're gonna be dressed. Man, we're gonna be dressed good, yo.
Coming like Star Wars, yo. You know how
Yeah,
they do Star
We're probably
Wars.
gonna have slaves up there chilling. We're gonna go up there, we're gonna see some jakes. We're gonna be like, what the hell? How did you get up here?
Remember they got a place in the bunker where they grow their own crops.
Yep, cut.
Like vegetables,
Yeah, you
all
might
that.
see Kanye or Floyd.
Ah, man. Floyd with a fucking tray serving. He could be a servant.
Cillian.
Yeah, yeah.
A quick precept.
Go ahead.
Oh, shit.
Revelation 9 and 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of their works, of their hands. that
Of
they-
the works of their hands. So they create all of this chaos and the judgment, and they get to skate off.
Right. It says, repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship ever of idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. That was the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, break it down.
Con, that's right, man. Because when these elites get away, man, they're gonna, and we find them, right? They're still not gonna repent, man. We're gonna have to change ready for them and all, put them in captivity. They're still gonna be saying to hell with us, man. No persons, cursing
So
yourself.
we're gonna have fun,
You know?
because we're gonna inform them.
Oh, hell
Spiritually,
Yeah,
Right,
huh?
that's right.
Revelation 18, verse 19, and they cast dust on their head and
Hey, they
cried.
might be up there worshiping the damn sun. You have to go up there and fucking kill them, man, torture them. Who knows what we're gonna do to them, man?
That we're gonna have 1,000 years
Yeah, con.
contract. Yeah. And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein we were made rich of all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate.
Yeah, because that's one thing we gotta give you Edomites. You did take over, and you did have power over the entire globe like nobody has ever had it before. So yeah, shout out to you, man. You did something that we're like, God damn. Holy. Powerful fucking Dennis the Menace maniac.
Rejoice over her. Go up, heaven, and ye holy apostles or prophets, for the powers have avenged you on her.
Yeah, because the scripture says some were glad, right? And the men that are going to be glad are going to be the 144,000, man, and the 1/3, right? Because the Most High is going to come down and he's going to wipe away tears, man. Go ahead.
And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
Yeah, and that violence is talking about the nuclear missiles, man. That's why that's all you people people, you're not going to hear nothing else for the rest of your lives moving forward. Nuclear missiles. Because that's the only thing that this place has to look forward to. You guys don't have look forward to Thanksgiving, Christmas. No, you have to look forward to nuclear missiles, man. Because that's the only thing that's going to cleanse this place.
Right.
You people want to know what's going to make America great again? Nuclear missiles.
Right.
Go ahead.
And the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpets shall be heard no more.
You see? So you can't even look forward to that. That's what I'm telling you. The only music that you guys are going to look forward to is going to be missiles, man.
Right.
The missiles and like the brother was talking about, some hypersonic missiles and this and bullet. That's the only music that you're going to hear in this place. You're just going to hear bullets sing, missiles ringing, and the fucking drums beating the missiles pelting this place, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Voice of harpers.
And screams. You're gonna hear weeping, man, and wailing. That's all you're gonna hear. Women, you people are gonna go, you're gonna get so sick of hearing people scream and women being raped. It's gonna be, man, it's gonna be the scariest thing that's ever happened. Every day, all you're gonna hear is women screaming and women being raped. Go ahead.
And the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpets shall be heard no more at all.
Yeah, you'll never hear, oh Canada, you'll never hear American, all that dumb shit.
See that bring anthems and it's done.
Oh, man,
And the trumpet shall be heard no more at all England, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more Indian. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all Indian.
Yeah, that's right. Where you're, every morning you wake up at 6 a.m. I can't remember what time they can start construction, but they can start construction at a specific time. You ain't gonna hear that shit no more. You ain't gonna hear that shit. Yeah. As soon as 7 hits, you ain't gonna hear that dumb shit no more.
And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all India.
Yeah, the lights, all these lights, at a specific time you see the lights come on. All you're gonna see is darkness, man. You're gonna just see darkness, man. Just like in the time of Egypt, where they couldn't even see what the fuck was in front of them, man. That's how America's gonna be, man. When all these lights go out, when Russia drops an EP, whatever it's called, an EMP on this damn place, man. Go ahead.
And the light of the candle shall shine no more at all India.
Yeah, which is going into the knowledge. There's not going to be no knowledge of this place. Nobody's going to want to come here. There's going to be no greatness here. Right? You people, it's going to be too late. The only thing that's going to be here is death and destruction. Get ready for the Third World War.
That's right.
The Third World War is what's coming to America. That's right. You should have stayed where you were from. Wherever you were from, you should have stayed there. Go ahead. You should have stayed in Poland. You should have stayed in Czech Republic. You should have stayed in Ukraine. Because this place is coming wars here. It's going to be a Third World War. So all you damn Edomites are going to be destroyed here, man. Go ahead.
And the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall be heard no more.
Yeah, you call that? That's called marriage. There ain't gonna be no more marriage. First of all, there is no marriage. When you go on online, all you hear people talking about is down to marriage because you women are whores. Right. So there's no need to get married because the product, there's no good product here. To get married, you need to find good product to get married. There's no good product to marry. Who the fuck you gonna put in your home? A damn harlot? Unless you want a harlot. Hey, some guys want harlots, and that's okay. I don't mind you guys that know that you're marrying a damn harlot. But the only product that's here in America are whores. So unless you're okay with a whore, that's the only product that you have to marry is a damn whore.
And that merchants were great men on the earth, for the sorcerers were all nations deceived. And in her was found the blood of the prophets and of the saints.
And that's why this place is going to be destroyed. Because what's found here? The blood of prophets, man.
Right.
And it says that the land cannot be shed of the bloods that shed, but of him that shedded it. So that's what you should always be looking out for. For anybody thinking that Esau's going to skate off, that means that you don't understand biblical prophecy, man. You Edomites, you have to die. Go ahead.
And in her was found in the blood of the prophets and of the saints and all that were slain.
You
upon
killed
the
saints, you piece of shit. You see these people on the sign? These are saints. Are you guys stupid? Are you stupid? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. These are saints, you pieces of shit.
right.
Are you crazy? You think you could just kill these people and everything is okay? You know what you did to Gad? You pieces of shits, man. You touch saints, you fucking retards. You put your hands on saints. On saints. And now you're looking up on these damn dirty ass Edomites like they're somebody, man. These dirty ass Edomites, man. You put your hands upon saints, man. You fools.
Numbers 35, verse 33. So you shall not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood.
I don't give a damn how you look upon you Jakes. You Jakes are carrying yourselves like degenerates, but you're saints, man. You are saints. And that's who these dirty ass Edomites and these dirty ass heathens put their hands upon and shed your blood. You shed the blood of saints. Okay, let's see how good that's gonna go. Go ahead.
So you shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
Yeah.
For blood defiles the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that they shed there, or by the blood of him that shed it.
That's right. That's the balance. That's the equal. Right? That's how you get everything whole. Right? You want everything to be whole, that's how you get everything whole. That's why it says what it says in Revelation 13 and 9. Go ahead.
Defile not therein the land wherein you shall inhabit,
Yeah.
wherein I dwell, for I the Lord dwell among the children of Israel.
Exactly. You can't get around that. So yes, it was manifest destiny for you Edomites to rule. But guess what? It's also manifest destiny for you Edomites to go down, for you guys to suffer. And to suffer, why? Because you touch the apple of the Most High's eye. And then we have to also fulfill Lamentations 4 and 20. Right? Lamentations 4 and 20, which is trading of places, like the brother said, you cannot get around trading of places, man. Go ahead.
Book of Lamentation 4 verse 20. It said, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of woods. The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Hey, and they're not rejoicing right now. They keep coming out with reports. They keep coming out with reports of how much damn drugs people are taking and how much drugs people are addicted to. Now, if you were in the time of your celebration, why would you need to be doing all these damn drugs? You guys never did all these drugs in the 50s or in the 40s. You're doing all these damn drugs now because you people are depressed, man. You can't even take the side of your eyes. You wake up every day and you guys look like damn bums. You guys look like bums, man. At least back in the day, you put on suits. You know, you guys look presentable. Now you dress like trash. You guys wear old ass shoes. Your shoes are tethered. And you guys, they could be all millionaires. They could be fucking millionaires dressed like a bunch of bums. You might see them sitting on the road, just looking like a fucking mess, man. And these are people that are in rulership. You might see a damn bum get up and jump in a Tesla. You're like, what the heck? That guy has a Tesla? I just saw him sitting on the side of the road. Go ahead.
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of woods.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Talk radio, I was laughing, bro, because the Edomites was catching hell. Bro, it's real.
Yo, it's real, man.
The struggle is real.
And it's more real on them because we're used to not having shit. So for us, it's nothing. This is just a regular day for us. This is a normal day. This is a normal Saturday. Jake might go home, open his cupboard, can of tuna. Jake's like, yep, gotta whip up this can of tuna. But Esau they're like, what the fuck, Mom? There's no food here. There's only for food. Yo, they're losing it, man. Oh.
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwells in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through us.
Yeah? Yeah, you Edomites, you don't know how to make pasta with hot dogs. We know how to do that. We'll cut up the hot dogs into small pieces. We'll get the tomato sauce, and we'll boil up the fucking the pasta. Look, you got macaroni. I mean, right there. There's some pasta right there. We're good. Even if there's no make the whole thing, and then there's no cheese, we'll be like, fuck, gotta throw this away. There's no cheese.
Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself.
Now you Edomites are naked, man. I just did a lesson on damn Justin Trudeau, how much of a damn retard he is. We see your drunkenness. Sometimes you Edomites talk, and we're just like, what did he just say? Go ahead.
The punishment of thy iniquity is upon
Hey, even Trump, when Trump was around, Trump would say something, would be like, what? What did you just say? None of that shit makes sense. Go ahead.
Yeah, even fucking
Joe Biden even worse. The one I forgot about that damn decrepit, right? Oh, man.
The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Yeah, and that's why you Israelite men, you are starting to shine. And that's why you're starting to call shit out. Even though I'm tired of it, I'm tired of going on social media and you niggas, all you do is complain. But you know why you're complaining? Because you're starting to see the shit that we've been saying. We already woke up. The brothers on the highways and the byways, that's why we stood up and we complained. But we're complaining about righteousness. Jake is complaining about carnal shit. They're complaining about shit that can never change until this place is destroyed. They're complaining about their curses. They're complaining about shit that they have to go through. But at least they're waking up and they're sighing and crying for the abomination that's done in the midst thereof. Go ahead.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Yeah.
He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom.
Yeah.
He will discover thy sins.
And we just discovered your sins last week. Right? If any brother never watched the video, we were watching a damn seance, man. We were watching witchcraft rituals going down, man. Go ahead. That was it? The water, huh? Anybody got something? Somebody get Jeremiah 50 and 1. Babak Shah.
The book of Jeremiah 50 and
Now
1.
let somebody else get it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1. The word of Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard.
And that's what we're doing right now. That's why we make those videos, man. Because we need you. Well, we don't need shit. But what we're set up to do. Somebody get Jeremiah 28 and 8 real quick before the next one. No, we don't need to do shit. No, we're not trying to make no better man or anything like that. We're just here to prophesy the downfall. That's it. We're not here to be good fathers. So if any of you brothers are failing at fatherhood, if you're failing at a husband, the Most High don't give a shit. The Most High don't give a shit.
That's right.
Because we're in the time of losing. We're not in the time of building. So you're not in the time of being a good dad and all that dumb shit. Get it? Go back to shop.
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied, both against many countries.
And that's all that we're here to do. We're just here to prophesy against it. We're not here to prophesy anything else, and we're not here to go and start no royal rumbles with our enemies, man. Go ahead. The carnage.
And against great kingdoms of war and of evil.
And that's what we're here to do, man. So how can you build something in a place that you're prophesying against? You have to understand how powerful your words are, man. When we set up curses, hey, for instance, we sent up curses on this place last week. If the Most High destroys this little area, well, guess what we have to do? We just have to move. Because our curses are not a joke. Most time might make this damn building collapse. There might be a fucking sinkhole or some shit that happens, man.
Right,
That
that's
makes
right.
this place uninhabitable. And we can never come back here. But that'll be because of the power of Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
And of pestilence.
And of pestilence, man. So pestilence can happen. There could be an outbreak that happens here because this is a medical place, man. So something could happen there, and then they're just like, hey, you guys can't come back here. We'll be like, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. We caused that in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. Go ahead.
The prophet which prophesies of peace. When the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that Yahweh has truly sent him.
And that's how we know that what you people are doing over there in Chicago, trying to man up and gonna go and try to fight the JWOs or no, not the JWOs, the Palestinians. You guys are fucking bug outs, man. Heathens. You guys are bugging out because one part of that said that we're gonna do that. Go ahead up.
Okay, this is back in Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 2.
Yeah.
Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded.
And that's all that we're here for, man. Did it say to join the WF? No, it says that we're telling them something. We're telling them that this place is true. Go ahead.
Merodach is broken in pieces.
Yeah, going into their idols, going into their gods. That's why we're letting them know. Listen, you see all the idols that you people worship and you put on pedestals? That ain't gonna be any assistance to you, man. Go ahead.
Her idols are confounded.
Your idols are confounded. What does that mean? That means that before the idols were profitable. Don't get it twisted. There's profit on the left-hand side. We're just letting you know that that's done.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Her images are broken in pieces.
Yeah.
For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her,
Yeah.
which shall make her land desolate.
And that's what time that we're living in, man. We're living in a time where this place is going to be left desolate, man. Desolate spiritually and desolate physically, man. Because the physical desolation is a representation of the ICBM missiles, man. Go ahead.
And none shall dwell therein.
And none shall dwell therein. So what the hell are you building here?
That's right.
For you people that are trying to build shit here, for what? Go ahead.
They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast.
Yeah.
In those days and in that time, saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai,
God.
the children of Yasharallah shall come, they and the children of Judah, together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek Yahweh their power.
That's right, man. Hey, and then we're going to close up on that, man. Now, with that, we'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash.
Hey, double honors unto the elders, elder apostles of GMS who rule well and teach well, and to you brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. Until next time. Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. That's right.